Hey everyone, before this video begins, I just want to say thank you all so much for all the continuous support I've been getting for these past couple of videos. I was planning to make this video about, like, say a week ago, back when in CN Wild Skills just was about to begin, but there's a lot of things that's gotten in the way, and I'm sorry that this video took so long to finally come out. I hope that the delay for this video doesn't affect your guys' view on me. I hope you all understand that I have things in my personal life that I deal with, and yeah, thank you all for understanding, and let's get into the video. By the time this video comes out, Contingency Contract number 6 Operation Wild Skills has been already released in the CN server of Arknights. So today I'm going to be making my preparation and goals video for the upcoming CC for Global, which is Operation Spectrum, or CC number 5. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Contingency Contract video. Today I'm going to be talking about my preparation and goals for this event, because I've been trying to send out some preparation videos for you all, and I figured if I said my preparation, you might have some ideas on operators you want to bring to CC Spectrum. I will not be covering any of the daily maps or the risks on it. I might do that for a future video, but it's going to be a lot of information to take in, so it'll probably be a couple of separate videos. I'll say that at least. Alright, so what is CC Spectrum? And when is it coming out? Well, as of now, we have no idea when it's coming out. We have not seen any teasers from the Arknights Twitter. We have not seen any official dates yet. We don't know anything about CC Spectrum. A lot of people are speculating it's either going to come out near November of this year. In my prediction video, I also said that there's a chance we might not get it until the beginning of next year, which is highly unlikely. But if we're trying to follow what CN did and what operators they had access to in CC Spectrum, then that's how it's going to have to work out. But most likely it's going to be in November-ish. So it's going to be like CC Pirate, where we won't have the 1-year anniversary ops. But we had like two other banners that the CN players didn't have. So I'm assuming that we might get Cornelian and Palace's banner. Alright, so I'm going to go over what will be going on in CC Spectrum, and also some things to prep for it, if you're looking for some tips, of course. First of all, I want to go over the joint operation banner that will be out during CC Spectrum, and this one has some of the most crucial operators, especially for CC Spectrum. Those operators being Thorns, Suzerain, Weedy, and Nightingale. All four of them are very good for Contingency Contract Operation Spectrum, because they do like crazy things, and they're all very useful for even outside of Contingency Contract. Thorns is a very good range guard, and he has a unlimited duration skill. Suzerain, she has two different types of abilities. One where she can keep enemies in place with her third skill, and then she can also slow 3 enemies at once if you prioritize her second skill. Weedy is just an all-around pusher. I love her so much. Her skill 2 is great for just stalling. Her skill 3 is awesome for just pushing everything away. Plus she has the water cannon, so it doubles up. And the Nightingale is actually a very underrated operator, because most of these Contingency contracts have been pretty heavy in arts nowadays. Like Contingency Contract 3, she was a very big part for my permanent map clears, and some of the daily maps are very high on arts damage as well. And CC Spectrum will be useful. She'll be useful as well, because the boss actually does arts damage. Alright, that is one of the things that comes out. The next one, of course, is going to be the Melantha. This is a normal thing to do. Just make sure you get risk 18 week 1. It is just a normal thing. Next will be the new things coming into the permanent shop. So this permanent shop right here, and let's be honest, we all know what's coming in. It's the blue poison skin. We all knew it was coming when we saw it from CN, and I think everyone's excited for the blue poison skin, since she has not gotten a skin yet, and the skin looks really good on her. Also, if you missed out on the free Melantha skin from login bonus, she will also be in the permanent shop as well. You can just get it if you want to, but you don't have to. Probably like put a screenshot of what will be in the limited shop, but I won't go over all of it since a lot of it's really important. Alright, so here's my pathway to risk 18 clear. HP seal, enemy attack speed, pincer beast buff, ally HP decrease, band tiles, DP regen, and ally attack. Those 7 are going to be the ones that are good for mine because they do well with the operators I have, and it's not going to be much of a problem. Next one I will be going over is deploy limit. I will not be doing squad size reduction because I feel like having more operators it'll flex in really well. Being limited to 7 operators is it's hard to do. And deploy limit being down to 6, 7, it's not that bad since most of the time you're going to be bringing vanguards anyway, and you can just undeploy them. Next one is the class ban one, and obviously I'm going with defender and caster ban just because most of the time you can still work around it, and plus the guard and medic one, it's so crucial because yes, you do have healing defenders, but they're not going to do as much healing as normal healers do, and not a lot of them have the utility as well. Last 4 I'm going to go over: enemy attack increase, nightclub buff, the ally resistance and defense decrease, and then last but not least, obviously the boss risk tags. Those 4 are going to be the ones that I'm going to be taking the most precautions with, since I'm not sure how my operators will do. Depending on how I set through with it, I should be okay though, because from the previous CC I managed to get risk 22 week 1, so I'm pretty sure I'm able to at least get risk 20. On day 1 I'm planning to just get risk 20, but if I can get all the way up to 24, which is maximum on day 1, it's probably not gonna happen, but you never know. For week 1 in general though, I want to get at least 21 risk, but if I can get up to 26, then that's fine. 26 is the maximum for week 1, but I just set that goal just in case I actually do manage to get to it. And then for week 2, I don't plan on getting anywhere and I don't plan to get a 30 risk run, but I do plan to at least minimum get 23. I think my highest that I might be able to achieve is 28, but my standards for CC for week 2 have been super high, and from the previous CC I only went a risk higher by 1, so I don't expect myself to get to 28, but that's the goal I give myself. Alright, now let's go over the operators that I will be using for this Contingency contract and why it is still not ready. Okay, so here's some of the operators I might use for Contingency Contract Operation Spectrum. As you can see, there are 3 healers. Now, this obviously might change though, but because I don't have AC built, I'm using Warfarin Skill 2, and Warfarin Skill 2 is actually Mastery 3. Now, this will be helpful for buffing Surtur, Exu, and possibly, if for some reason, if I have to, Silver Ash, but probably not going to happen. The reason why I have Tolopsis and 9 Gil in this one is because I'm not sure how I'm going to handle the start, because I'm planning to use Blaze on the right side, but not. I'm planning to use Blaze on the right side, but if that doesn't happen, then I have to place on the left side on the defense tile. And with the operators there, I don't know who else to put there, so it's gonna be really difficult for me to figure out. So that's why I'm bringing Tolopsis for now. But then again, I could get Thorns from friend support, and Thorns is pretty good for this Contingency contract. However, I lack a supporter. Lacking supporter is one of the worst things to have on my account. I don't have an Angelina or Suzerain. As you can see, the only supporter on my team is Praminix, and she's used for debuffing, not even for slowing. And both Suzerain and Angelina are very good for slowing, and Angelina does good damage. With those key units out of my team, it's hard to determine whether or not I will be able to take out enemies in time until they reach my operators and they do a lot of damage. So I'm most likely going to either use Angelina or Suzerain for run support, just because having one of those slow supporters is a humongous advantage. Weedy is probably the most MVP for this map because she takes care of the Pincer Beast without any issue. I know in the beginning you need to use an operator just to take care of the first 3, but other than that though, she's pretty good. I have her second skill M3, so she's gonna work perfectly. Silver Ash and Surtur are both used for heli drop-ins and can do lots of damage. Mainly Surtur is going to be doing a lot of damage to the boss and those casts and those nightclubs, because those nightclubs have two lives, and even when she's low on health, she still is able to dish out a lot of damage. As you can see, I have both DP printers, being Elysium and Myrtle. Elysium is still E1, but he still works out fine because it will work out just well. Because if you don't have both flag carriers, because the DP risk goes up to 2, and that's like 50%, and that's a large regeneration reduction. So yeah, having both of them is very good. Bagpipe is here just for early game. I am trying to build Saga though. Saga is actually not that bad for the CC as well, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Now, I did say that not all of these operators are the ones that I could bring to Contingency Contract, so I'll scroll through other operators that could happen to go into Contingency Contract. I'm thinking if Exu doesn't work, I might actually build Ashe. I have Ashe, I will say that. And Ashe is very good, especially for skill 2. Schwartz is a good pick too, since she does debuff at 100% with her skill 3. I've seen Rosmantis been used, and it works out just fine. We're not using guards or defenders, so we can exclude them out. Texas might be needed just in case early game is very, very tight, and Bagpipe can only get block 1 until her skill 3 is activated. And even then, my Bagpipe is not even M3, so it might be bad. I do see some instances where a fast redeploy is necessary, so if it happens, then I will bring Gravel or Phantom, because Phantom has a clone, and especially when you have lowered deployment limit, or I decided to go reduce squad size, then the Phantom clone works out very well. Other than that though, there's not that many operators that I could try to use. Now, obviously there's a lot of people from CN that use Calcit and Scotty Alter, but it's most likely not going to happen for us. So we have to work around that, and that might result in us not being able to get the results that we proceeded on getting as we planned for this contract. But who knows? We might surprise the CN players. Alright, that is pretty much everything. Again, my personal pathway is that I'm going to ban defenders and casters, which is why I didn't list any defenders or casters. However, they will be very good for daily maps, so don't exclude them out of this Contingency Contract. This is just my preparation for the permanent map. I don't have any plans for daily maps yet, but I will probably do that for a future video. Alright, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I kind of rambled on a lot, but that's just because I need to give as much details as I can so that I can give you a lot of tips on how to tackle this CC. Because the CC is not going to be as much a cakewalk as Let's Seal was. Alright, that's going to be it. I hope you all enjoyed it. CN players, good luck with CC6. I will be watching a lot of videos on it because I do want to get started on analyzing the permanent map and analyzing how I should tackle that as well, since I am a Contingency Contract player. Alright, talk to you all in the next video.